I mean, Nick, Dimitri, I want to come back to the functionality of CRIX in a second, but there's a really important point here that you've touched on. I have to ask the question. Securities, all being in crypto, on the blockchain, etc. What does this mean for investment banks? Does this mean they have to adapt and start digitizing everything on cryptography, or do they become redundant? What happens?
No, they won't become redundant, but they do adapt.
Right.
Because
they are adapting, yeah.
Morgan issued the cryptocurrency for settlements, so that's an example.
And Goldman Sachs bought Poloniex, didn't they? I think.
Yes, and then another example is quite recently a big STOs has been approved by SEC. So yeah, it's another example. It's tokenized securities.
But the investment banks, you love them or hate them, but I think that they, number one, Wall Street has a behaviour where they like to control the price of things. So there's a lot of rumours around, their ability to influence the price of Bitcoin, for example. And Bitcoin, let's face it, drives the market, pretty much. And then you have, they like to buy and sell things, but at the same time, they're also looking at blockchain as a legitimate cost-out technology. So decentralizing and providing transparency has a lot of cost benefits for a large company. It's just an intrinsically more efficient way of doing things. But when you look at capital markets, you buy shares, so what happens? You get a share certificate. So you go through a broker or you buy through an exchange, eventually you get your share certificate. If the management team then has a meeting to change the dividend policy, or the capital table of all the shareholders have to be updated on a regular basis, there's a whole bunch of back office processes around called corporate actions, which are around, reflecting the change in management's policy or dividends to the shareholding community, and they're updated with that information. When you digitize all of that and you make it, you use this thing called smart contracts that everyone talks about, but what you're doing is you're encoding the law, the rules, the commercial principles, and the arrangement of these instruments, knowing that they will be executed automatically.
Right.
So these digitisation,
no fraud, manipulation.
Well, yeah. I mean, it removes a lot of the opportunity for manipulation, because as soon as a process touches a human being, you open up the opportunity to friction, time, cost, manipulation, mistakes, errors, and but when you digitise all this in a background of a coded smart contract, which it basically enforces, and with confidence that things are going to happen, it's massively efficient for the banks to embrace that. They can take back office costs out, and it gives confidence to the investor, and it should give confidence to the whole community that things are going to be done right the first time.
And like you said, we're already moving now in this direction.
It's going that way.
Another thing is the settlement time. So basically, when you trade securities or any securities, so the settlement time is normally, so the minimal settlement time is 1 day, but normally it's longer, especially if it's an alternative asset or it's a structured instrument or whatever. So it can be up to a few weeks when you get the actual settlement of the trade. And in crypto world, so you can do this basically immediately, hence this name T0 for one of the projects in the space, right? So T0 means that it's instant settlement.
Fascinating.
That's where blockchain actually brings the value to the securities market.
Hi, it's Sean here from the Crypto Wizards YouTube channel. What you've just seen is a snippet of a much longer interview of what it takes behind the scenes to start a cryptocurrency exchange, which is awesome stuff because you won't find this content or information anywhere else online. So there's some really good stuff here you don't want to miss out on. If you are interested in following this journey, if you are interested in algorithmic trading, or you are interested in what it takes to set up fiat gateways, etc., or just want to follow Nick and Dimitri in general as thought leaders in the space, then make sure you find the playlist, Crypto Exchange, the CRIX journey, here on the Crypto Wizards channel. And we'll see you in the next video.